But before we play, we need to do a quick recap to see what happened last time. So if you are interested in giving us a recap, please give us a roll into chat. Ooh, I see a 19. And we'll call that going once, going twice. Sold to Gaiman the Glaive. Gaiman, please give us your recap for tonight's session. Or last night's session.
So, previously on Frostmaiden, we were, made our way to Brinchander because we needed to get some Zatarum documents translated. Last thieves can't, unless you're sort of like jumped into the loft. You can't make heads or tails. I mean, it's complete horseshit. Anyway, so I managed to sneak into Brinchander using invisibility, courtesy of Kia. This is after, a little bit of travelling to get there. And you'll realise that I can't show documents that are invisible, so I had to break the invisibility to make contact in Brinchander. Got everything translated, with the translations on the documents, and did successfully sneak back, let everybody know what was going on. And it seems that, for the most part, the plot's sort of been dealt with, just blind luck. But there's definitely more Zatarum fucks about, so that's something we got to deal with. We decided to forge on to was it Tourmaline, if I'm recollecting properly. We're trying to get resource diamonds, that sort of thing, because it's dangerous to go out there and be an adventuring party. So we had to find creative means of besting the elements, getting the dogs going, because we got these big fat heavy fucks. Because we're eventually going to take them to Revel's End, turn them in. Because we figure if we can get an audience with the warden, figure some stuff out. It turns out we only have to get the devil's compass outside Revel's End, only for the briefest of moments before we can throw him back in the slammer. And technically speaking, we've completed the contract. Technically speaking. Anyways, we got where we were going. Again, after some trials and tribulations, only to be waylaid by a banshee. Now, I told her to fucking pound sand, as did Alicia, but the others aren't faring quite so well. So we'll have to see how all this goes, because, well, fuck me, it's a banshee.
Yes, and can you all make your way past this banshee without hearing her wail? That will be the important part of this evening. Please take your DM inspiration for giving us a recap. We've got a nice and easy exploration question for this evening. Would your character rather wear the same socks for 1 month or the same underwear for 1 week? Which, here in Icewind Dale, it might be a real possibility that you might have to do both. For infinite amount of time, or indefinite amounts of time. So let us begin with Akia. Akia, please tell us your answer to this exploration question.
Akia thinks that if they had body oils and that sort of thing, they would probably choose the socks. Just seems, out of those choices, slightly less horrible. Slightly.
All right. Please add a factspiration to your character sheet. Let us ask Lotus the same question. Lotus, would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for 1 week?
Well, the thing is, like, Lotus, even before she came here, never really wore socks, being that Dragonborn don't really need to. But I think considering, the much colder temperatures than she's used to in Icewind Dale, along with being a white chromatic Dragonborn, she's only resistant to cold. I would say the socks is definitely the much more preferable option. It's also something she's had to get used to, being from Earth, in big quotes, where it's like, used to having regular access to things like, like a soft bed and washer and dryer and indoor plumbing, and she's had to get used to not having constant access to such things.
And that's true. Well, hey, please add a factspiration point to your character sheet. Let us ask Alicia. Alicia, what is your answer to tonight's factspiration question?
It is. I guess there'd be a number of different factors that are kind of being considered here. But if we're talking about this region climate, I think walking around with nothing on your feet, getting frostbite, and everything that leads to that, probably bad. I think they would be, yeah, I think it would probably do the socks for a month. At least it's something.
That's true. Well, now socks are 3 for 3. Let's see if that continues here. Let's continue to Gaiman. Alicia, please give yourself a point of factspiration. Gaiman, what is your answer to tonight's factspiration question?
Okay. Breaking character real quick. Just to make sure that I fully understand. So you're just talking about not for going without wearing these things, just you can't change them for a week or for a month, respectively. Is that how you posited the question?
That's correct. Yeah, you don't have to go without socks if you're wearing the same underwear for a week. Or you don't have to go without underwear if you say the same socks for a month. I guess that's a completely different question.
Okay, I just want to make sure I was understanding, because I understand if it was an issue of you either, you have to either wear one for whatever time and then forgo the other, or vice versa. So Gaiman would answer he would rather wear the same underwear for a week. Twofold. One, he doesn't want his feet falling off, because that's how you get trench foot, not changing your socks. And two, if the underwear just becomes unbearable, he can always just go commando, because kilts are a thing, and they're a bear fur kilt is not that bad.
That makes sense. I like the scientific reasoning there, and hey, we don't want trench foot.
Absolutely fucking.
Please add a factspiration point to your character sheet, and I need to take us all back to this scene.
Okay, so I am scared. I'm not scared, but I am confused, according to the tokens. Yes?
If I remember correctly, Gaiman nailed the save against Bane, but continued when he made the save for Confused, that save was not passed.
Okay, cool.
Which was a succeeded a cost consequence from a daze or something like that.
That's correct.
Yeah, those are really nasty.
And
Marcus got their hand raised.
Yes, hand raised. What's up?
All right, I want to make sure that I'm honest about this because, like, here, I do believe I should still be under the effect of my misfortune token because I believe that doesn't fall off till we've had a long rest.
Okay. Let me give you one of those. Boop.
So remember, I'd gotten that
Unlucky.
from the succeed at a cost when I was reading the contract.
Let's see here. And we will see how this undead battle theme plays out here. We should all have our blue dots of success if we succeeded last time, our fear effect if we were afeared last time, and Gaiman whacked the Banshee, who somehow got knocked out of initiative, but that's okay. We'll add her back. So the battle will resume. Your B team is standing guard over the prisoners that you have on your caravans. The dogs are all barking and letting loose the howls of war, and the Banshee is going to steal after being bonked by Gaiman a couple of times. Okay, and the Banshee will steal. You all hear the bloop, 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 bloop of 4 Paragon actions as the Banshee takes up its mantle. The Banshee begins to move as it floats along the ground. Here, I'm gonna let you guys know it's floating by doing this. And it is floating 5 feet above the ground. And it will float to here. Actually, I'll have it be right there. And it will look about to you all. And it opens its mouth wide, and it lets loose a wail. And its wail feature works like this, as long as it isn't in sunlight. All creatures within 30 feet of the Banshee must make a Constitution saving throw on a failure. The creature, sorry guys, that was hidden, must make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail, they drop to 0. On a success, the creature takes psychic damage. The wail does not affect creatures that are deaf or cannot hear.
I would like to use one of my DM inspirations to roll with advantage.
That is definitely allowed. Please do.
I will also do the same, just because luck.
Mm-hmm. Gaiman, that is a success. Akia, that is a failure.
Oh no!
What was the DC?
16.
Oh yeah. I'm going to attempt to boost that 7.
Mm-hmm.
To have inspiration, I'd like to request using a fan spell.
I say go for it.
I say go for it as well.
Of course you would, Orf.
Well, hey, I don't want your character to just drop to 0 hit points.
You said it was a DC 16?
DC 16, and you're currently at an 11.
Okay, yep. There's nothing I can do. I dropped to 0.
Okay, and how this works, if you succeed, you take the psychic damage listed in the damage calc. Banshees are a nasty bunch. So the Banshee sees Akia just drop to the ground, and she says, "Yeah, fall to my wail." And the Banshee starts floating over towards Akia. But that is the end of her action economy. So both Alicia and Gaiman took damage, but Gaiman has already acted. Would Alicia or Akia like to steal?
Don't think I want to steal.
I'd like to steal, please.
Alicia can steal.
Alright. This lady is mean. However, I'm going to target the Kia. I'm going to cast just a first level healing word onto him. Boo. But you get 6 HP. And then I am going to... Yeah, I didn't exactly build today's spell list for combat. Well, it's undead, so I'm going to attempt to turn it. So I am going to move a little bit closer. And we're going to do turn undead. I needed to make a wisdom save. DC 16.
Right, it will attempt a wisdom saving throw. Here is the Banshee save. It's a 15, so it would fail. So the Banshee is going to use a Paragon Defense. Use this Paragon Defense. The Banshee first has to take 26 points of damage as its spirit is racked with the effort that it puts forward to stay basically not frightened and incapacitated. And then it will take your radiant damage, which you see, even though it succeeded at the save, it takes all of. As its body is shaking in and out of the ethereal plane.
I still have a little bit on defense, so I'm actually going to move next to Akia. Going to look at the Banshee and going to be like, I tried to do this the non-violent way, but you leave me no choice. I'll banish you back to the other side. And that's it. I'll pass to Akia, but I assume this chick's gonna use a Paragon action.
You are correct. They will use a Paragon power. Their first of 4. Or actually, sorry guys, that is a miscount by me. They should not have 4 Paragon actions. They should only have 3, and because there are only 4 player characters, so this is the first of 3. So Paragon action. Akia, you had saw that as she was floating over, she was applying lipstick as if she was going to kiss you, but she seems that she no longer is going to be able to kiss you, and she's very sad about that. So instead, because she has her multi-attack feature, she will make 1 attack at Alicia with her life drain. Oh, that is a 28 to hit.
3 hits.
As she reaches forward, and I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Alicia.
14.
Oof. Okay, this DC is a 16. If you keep it, your hit point maximum will be reduced by the damage taken until the target finishes a long rest.
That wasn't a lot of damage. I think I'll let it writhe right now.
And Akia, the second life drain comes towards you, but a 15 will miss even while you are prone. As she reaches for you, you're able to duck and dive out of the way.
Okay. I think I have a reaction after. Nope. Have to be hit by an attack. Never mind.
And Alicia, who would you like to pass to in this moment?
Still passing it to Akia.
All right, Akia, you are up.
All right. Akia is very scared, very angry, and very near death. I think they're gonna get off a mirror image. As their action, and sort of just stand up and take a defensive stance, and then as their bonus action, I'm gonna tell Kumaku to come closer and fire at the Banshee. Okay. Sorry, was checking the range. Those are low rolls.
They are low rolls, and unfortunately enough, that will miss.
Alright, and then I'll pass to Lotus.
Alright, Lotus, as your turn is activating, so she doesn't miss out on these, she's going to use her Paragon power. And the Banshee will begin to dodge as she begins to dance in the snow, reveling in the violence that she is causing.
All right, I'll go ahead and take some movement here. Make sure to get closer to Gaiman. A little bit more. You get 35 with that little boost there. All right, should be good here. Perfect. All right, so here, targeting Gaiman, gonna spend a 3rd level spell slot and cast haste on him.
Holy shit, awesome.
All right, yep, you see her do like the clockwise motion with her finger, and all of a sudden, Gaiman, you get covered in purple magical energy, and you feel energized. Alright, so that's movement action, then... Alright, bonus action. I haven't used this in a while, and should be good for the range here. I'm going to go ahead and bonus action spend my use of Raylan's once per long rest hex on the Banshee, targeting strength.
You will hex her strength. She screams out as you hex her. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like
magics.
Yeah, it's like all you hear is just curses and deep-throated draconic, and then going into the new round, I'll go ahead and pass to Gaiman.
Alright, I gotta roll a d10, see if I can act normally or not.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Where?
Do our fears go down 1 level at the end of our turns?
Yeah, so players, I need you guys to first of all give me a wisdom saving throw, both Lotus and Akia. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and decrease your fear level to fear level 3. If you had succeeded, it would go down to fear level 2. So you guys can go to fear level 3. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. And Gavin, you can continue your turn.
Okay. So as I'm hasted, that allows me to. Actually, I'm gonna stop within 10 feet because I got a reach weapon. So I'm gonna attack 3 times, twice normally, once extra attack, and then my hasted attack. I will do all 3 recklessly because fuck it, why not? And I'm gonna try and take down the Banshee, or at least put some serious hurt on her.
Sure. And it would be a 21 because recklessly and disadvantage cancel out, so 21 hits. And a 15 will miss.
I'm going to throw my Faxpiration on there.
Sure. A 18 is a hit.
And then one final attack.
And miss.
So that'd still be a 10 though, right?
Yeah, it's a 10 will miss.
Okay. I was just it was showing the critical failure. I was like, no, I don't want to take it. I don't want there to be a consequence.
No consequence for you. The only consequence is this Banshee is still living. For now. And Damon, at the end of your turn, you can attempt a saving throw against the confused status. I believe this is a intelligence save.
According to the token, it says wisdom. Save.
Wisdom? Oh, is that let me check real quick, because we might have a difference between what's it called? The spell and...
I think because that came from Succeed at Cost, wasn't it? So it was Bane and Confusion. So I think it was...
Yep, because it's Succeeded at Cost. Confused, it's Int. I can see it here.
I mean, I'll take that because it's higher, but I was just going by what it said on the thing. So, intelligence save incoming.
That is a success. You are no longer confused. The Banshee's muscles burn as she is wrapped up in your whip. And the Banshee will steal. Alright, as she steals, her legendary actions reset. And she's no longer dodging. Alright, alright, she is about to pull. She moves 5 squares away from our friend Alicia. Or 1 square away from Alicia, I should say.
I'll keep my reaction.
Sure. She will then move 1 square away from Akia.
Yeah, I probably should keep my reaction too. I don't have anything that amazing to...
Okay, as she moves away from Akia, she has you targeted. She launches a chill touch at you. But she misses! She goes, You all are powerful. But we'll see how long that lasts. Let's see here. She moved 5 feet away from you guys. She will then... That was 10 feet movement. She will move up an additional 5 feet, putting her up 10 feet. and then she's going to draw a attack of opportunity from Gaiman. She is going to move up 15 feet into the air.
Alrighty. I will use my reaction.
Oh my gosh, okay. Gaiman has used his reaction and misses the Banshee. She begins to float into the air. She has used her action. She will pass it to Lotus. Lotus, you're up.
Alright, so let's go ahead and target her here. Alright, even in her feared state, Lotus just tries to shake it off a little bit. This, like, ethereal catcher's mitt appears in her hand along with, like, ethereal purple baseball. She's like, alright, you want to play? Let's play. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile at 4th level right at her face.
All right. Let's see it.
Total of 22 damage. And then, let's see here. Okay, and for the Hex, that's D6, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, roll that.
She is, as your Hex tries to take fold, she is immune to necrotic damage.
Oh, at least to get the strength disadvantage there. But all right.
Mhm.
Let me go and get a little bit more movement here, just to keep myself out of harm's way. Hopefully. All right, I'll just go ahead and bop here, and then. All right. So which of you two left wants it?
Alicia can go first, I guess.
All right, I'll go ahead and pass to Alicia.
All right, she will spend a Paragon Power. As she does so, she is going to fly towards our friend Lotus. She flies 60 feet. She can only do this once per round. So she flies over towards Lotus. Lotus, at the end of your turn, give me another Wisdom save.
All right.
Let's see if you can reduce your fear down by 2 levels this turn. Let me check her horrifying visage. Okay, you are unfortunately of 1 short, so we can bring you down to fear.
Could I spend Faxpiration on that?
Absolutely.
All right, because it would just take 1. I'll just go ahead and pop it off then.
Sure. So you're now just at fear 1. And Alicia, you're up.
Looks like they're going after her now. She will run 30 feet after the Banshee. And is going to target it and if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think instead I'm just going to target it with a guiding bolt and bump this up to 2nd level. Ooh. That was bad.
You guys see a guiding bolt fly out and barely miss the Banshee and crash into a mountainside far away as the mountainside just like slowly collapses under its power.
Okay. Bonus action. Don't have a ton of stuff. I think that's gonna be it for now. Since I missed, I'll pass it to Akia.
Right, Akia, the Banshee, is going to use a Paragon Power. They have 1 left this round. They're going to use their Paragon Power against Lotus. They target you, Lotus, and they fire a Chill Touch. That is a 28 to hit.
All right, yep, that'll hit.
Lotus, you feel the energies begin to sap at you. And let me just read this here. The creature can't regain hit points until the start of the Banshee's next turn, as this undead hand grips at you.
All right, concentration on haste is still good.
Mm-hmm. All good. All right. Akia, you see this necrotic hand gripping at Lotus's body, holding her tight. What do you do?
I'm going to try and get within 60 feet of the Banshee. Let's see.
Definitely possible.
All right, I'm going to move 5 feet towards the Banshee so that I'm within 60 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to I'm going to use the ability Sibling Guilt as my action.
Mm-hmm.
And Aki is going to say, "Stop. There's no reason for you to attack us." And it's just going to be very convincing for half a second.
You remind me of my dead sister, she says. I hated my sister. And she begins to feel that guilt over her hate.
And bonus action, Kumikyu is going to shoot at her. Yeah. And then I'll pass to Gaiman.
Okay. Going into Gaiman in round 6, the Banshee will spend its final Paragon power.
Okay.
And it is going to target this creature that keeps annoyingly shooting at it. And it's going to fire a Chill Touch at disadvantage at Kumaku. Yeah, it's got a range of 120. Barely misses. All right, Gaiman, you're up.
All right. So, hasted, raging, gonna run over, just not run over Alicia, but I'm gonna run over to the Banshee.
Mhm.
Given my height, given the fact that I have a ranged weapon, is it fair to say that I can still reach her within 15 feet?
Absolutely. You're 10 feet tall. Your weapon has a 10-foot reach. She's only 15 feet off the ground. Absolutely.
I'm going to, again, recklessly assault her with the whip.
That's a hit. Uh, 24 is also a hit. The 16.
Nope, 26.
Missed. Oh, that's right, because you're reckless. The Banshee takes a lot of damage from your whip itself, but the fire does not seem to whip her as tightly as you were hoping.
And then I'm going to pass to Lotus so she can maybe, like, reposition or something else.
Lotus. I was like, oh yeah, let's give it to you. The Banshee was hit. The Banshee's gonna steal. Okay, Banshee's going to recover their Paragon actions. The Banshee looks at you, Gaiman, and hisses. Damn you and your whip, the Banshee will say. And she knows that you left yourself open to attack, so she will engage. She will deliver 2 life drains to our friend Gaiman. Life drain number 1. Oh, and this...
That'll hit.
Oh. Okay, and Sibling Guilt is gone. And Gaiman, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw or your hit point maximum. Okay? No worries. And then this is going to be at advantage. It's a 25 to hit. She does 9 necrotic damage, and I need a con save to see if your hit point maximum is reduced. No issue. All right, and the Banshee. It is going to fly up 10 feet. Gaiman, would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Oh, hot damn! That is going to hit. As that attack hits, you drop the Banshee to bloodied, and its bloodied ability goes off, which is a frailty. While bloodied, the creature's speed is reduced, and its AC is reduced, as its shape begins to tear, and the Banshee screams out in pain. And let's see, it moved up 10 feet. And this is going to move 40 feet this way as it flies towards Ikea. And it will pass to Lotus.
Alright. In that case, glad to it's flying away from me. I will stay where I am. Let's go ahead and target the Banshee, and I shall once again take my pitcher stance and go ahead and throw 4th level magic missile at it.
That is 19 force damage.
19 force damage. All right. Tell you what, I will go ahead and take a little bit of movement here. Here, just get behind Gaiman somewhat, and all right. And I guess I'll do for me. So that's a wisdom save, correct?
Yep, and it'll actually go away completely at the end of your turn.
All right, cool. So then I will go ahead and hang here and pass to Alicia.
All right, Alicia. The Banshee is going to use a Paragon power. It sees your friend Akia, mirror image, moving and grooving, and it will fire a chill touch at Akia. Let's see what happens. That is a 20 to hit Akia, which is a hit. Akia, you've got mirror image up, so we're gonna have to look up the rules on mirror image.
Yeah.
I believe you've got to roll a d20 here, and you got to get a 6 or higher. It hits Akia.
All right. Then I am unconscious again.
Yes. However, you are still under the effects of mirror image.
Mirror image is good, especially without needing to concentrate on it.
Mm-hmm. What if it had a downfall that if you use mirror image and someone was trying to heal you, they also had to try to figure out which one of you was the real one?
Annoying.
That would be annoying.
Especially
okay.
if you're the healer.
Alicia, you see that Akia was just dropped with a chill touch, a necrotic hand grabbing at their throat.
What's also annoying as the healer is that I can't do anything about that until the Banshee's turn. So I guess I'm just going to go on the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rinse repeat. Target the Banshee with another guiding bolt. We'll keep that 2nd level.
Mm-hmm. A 13 will not connect.
I'm gonna let that ride. I'm gonna keep my expiration for another save. Let's see. Bonus action. I think I'm going to use my weapon of faith. And I'm going to conjure my spiritual weapon right next to Akia.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully use that as a warding tactic. Like if you get near him, this thing's gonna whack you. So you may as well not go after him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I will. Well, I don't have any other choice. I have to pass it to Akia. Unfortunately.
All right, Akia, it is your turn here.
Okay. Just in case fears affect death saving throws, I should be at a 2 now.
Yep. Let me go ahead and just do that real quick. All right.
Can I use DM Inspiration on a death saving throw?
Yes, you can.
It's a D20
All right,
roll.
then I will do that and do my death save.
All right, that is a success. Now, on your turn, you can also give us a Wisdom saving throw to see if you completely drop your fear.
There's some really terrible rolls. All right. Since I am incapacitated, Kumakyu acts independently. They're going to fly. I believe they have 30 or 40, 30 feet. They're going to fly 30 feet and fire at this banshee in an attempt to protect its master. It's not that great at it.
Yes, it misses, unfortunately enough.
I have not rolled. I don't think I've rolled above a 10 all night. All right, and then I will pass to Gaiman.
All right, the Banshee will go ahead and use a Paragon power. It sees this Kumakyu attacking it. It once again will shoot a spell at it to see if it can destroy this annoyance. It definitely hits. Kumakyu. But does not destroy it. Gaiman, you are up. You see this creature is attacking poor Kumaku. It attacked Akia.
Alright, I'm gonna get right underneath her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's 25 feet up, and you said I had about 20 feet of reach, effectively?
Correct. So she'd be 5 feet out of your reach.
Fuck it. I'm gonna put away the bonus action. I'm gonna say the magic word, fuego, turn it off, put it away, and then get out some javelins and chuck some javelins. Ten's gonna miss.
It will miss.
17.
17 hits.
Although I think the damage I'm dealing has to be reduced since it's range, not melee.
Oh yes, the javelin is one of those funky ones because it's gonna be listed under melee.
Yeah, because it could do both, but it's being used in range capacity
no
here.
problem. No problem.
And then I guess for my hasted action, haste. Would it be a hasted? Could I use it to like jump up and try and grab her one-handed? Is that within the realms of a hasted action? Let me look that up.
I think with your haste, you can make an attack, and you can sub out a grapple for an attack, and you still have movement, so you could jump up and attempt to grab the creature.
All right. In that case, let's do those athletics. I'm going to try and grapple her.
Okay. Gaiman jumps up. Oh my gosh. And you guys see Gaiman grab a hold of the Banshee. And the Banshee's movement speed becomes 0 as Gaiman drags the Banshee down to earth with him.
Now I get to say my favorite line from Sin City.
Is it?
No, it's not you fuckers, you son of a bitch.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I didn't know I was going to see Eva Green's boobs this many times. But I don't think they say that in the movie.
That's the second one, I think.
That is the second one. You're right. All right, Gaiman has the Banshee grappled. Gaiman, who do you pass to?
Does anyone in particular want it? Otherwise, I'm going to pass to the Banshee to fuck up her Paragon economy.
Yeah, that works. And that also
Yeah, I
will
say
get
go
rid
for-
of.
Yeah,
Pass to
go
the
for
Banshee.
it.
Yeah, that also gets rid of Kia's chilled thing.
It does. So Akia is no longer chilled. The Banshee will turn to you, Gaiman, and they're going to use their action. Their speed is 0. They're going to make 2 attacks against Gaiman, trying to drain his life. Seeing if they can make a Gaiman zombie. 15 will miss. And a 12 will miss. The Banshee is stuck in place. And they will go ahead and pass to Akia. Akia, give us a death saving throw. Okay, that is... I think you are at 1 success, 1 failure.
Yep. And then the fear should finish dropping off, and
Correct.
Kumikyu will attempt to shoot at the Banshee again.
You just natural. Oh, you got 14. 14's pretty close, but it will not hit the Banshee.
And Kumikyu will move closer to Kia. And I'll pass to Lotus.
All right, the Banshee will use a Paragon power to once again do their horrifying visage. Because I believe they have Lotus within 60, Kumikyu, and Akia. So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw against this horrifying creature.
Yeah, we passed the first time. That's
Be
what the-
me?
That's one.
Yep, so Gaiman and Alicia are good.
Okay.
Oh, or if the effect ends for it, so Lotus and Akia, you're good, but Kumikyu is terrified. Sorry, Kumakyu. So, Lotus and Akia, no need to make the saving throw. And Akia, remind me one more time, who are you going to pass to?
I was passing to Lotus.
All right, Lotus.
All right. Let's make sure we still got her targeted. All right. Let's see here. It's been working well for me so far, so I'll keep it up. I will go ahead. Keep the third level spell slot open, so I'll go ahead and cast Magic Missile at second level at her. Alright, 14 force damage.
Lotus doing the work with those magic missiles.
Go wrong with guaranteed hit.
The Banshee is screaming out in pain and rage. She continues to lose her corporeal shape to your magics.
I guess to sort of match her wails, it's I just start ranting and cursing at her in Draconic. So she understands. I'm not sure if the Banshee will understand it, but you all just hear just sort of like and then I'll go ahead and pass to Alicia.
All right, Alicia, this creature is going to use another Paragon power. They're going to use their Paragon power to... I would say they would attempt to try to escape Gaiman's grapple, but I don't think they're going to be able to. So they're going to continue to just drive their hands, trying to reach for Gaiman's heart with the life drain. And they miss twice. Alicia, you're up.
Bonus action, first level, targeting Akia, healing word. Same as before. Heal 6 hit. Heal 6 hit points.
Thank you.
And then now I'm targeting the Banshee. Kind of just locked in there. I'm going to... we're going to do another... This didn't say sunlight. Let's... hold on a second. Son of a bitch, it does. Alright. Using another channel divinity as an action, and I am going to use Radiance of the Dawn. I need to give me a Constitution saving throw. AC 16.
She succeeds on the save, but somehow takes full damage.
Okay. Oh, so wait. They succeed, but still took. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that was. Actually, Lee's just gonna also move to. Say here. And that's gonna be it. As that burst of sunlight erupts from them. It can steal if it wants to. Otherwise, I'll pass it to Gaiman.
All right, it will let you pass to Gaiman the Glade. Gaiman, it is your turn.
Okay. Would you allow me to haste action doff my shield? Well, no, it has to be a regular action to doff my shield.
Right, because the haste has the very particular list of things you can do.
All right. So shoot off. So yeah. I guess I will get. Yeah. I'm gonna get out Scoffnung, and I'm gonna attack her and try to stun her.
Here we go. Let's see the hit. All right, that is a huge hit from Scoffnung, the Frostblade. All right, and
Excuse me, paralyze her.
they will attempt to save. They fail. And they are paralyzed by the effect. As their corporeal form that is somehow stuck between living and dead is basically frozen.
So are they like floating there?
And they're basically just like a frozen statue in the snow in front of you.
Sweet. In that case, I'm going to pass to Kia and say, "Come on, get your legs in, get some vengeance there, buddy."
All right, Akia, you're up.
All right. So Akia's got a lot going on. They're going to stand up and yeah, we'll do this attack. We don't do it often enough. Nothing above a 10.
Yeah, a 13 is not going to hit, unfortunately enough.
Yeah, I think Akia is going to just sort of scramble behind this rock over here, and bonus action start some little bit of repairs, and then Kumakyu's taking a dodge action, and I will pass to Lotus.
All right, Lotus, you see the creature is basically frozen.
Paralyze that attack at advantage. Does 15 not hit?
A 15 does not hit the creature.
Okay.
All right. I'll go ahead, stay here, and I will go ahead and fling some more magic missiles at it at second level. All right, 10 force damage.
The creature, it is barely holding together, but it's still together.
All right, I'll go ahead and pass to Alicia.
All right, Alicia, this creature is frozen, constricted.
So I'll walk up to it. Look it dead in the eyes. I pity you. May you find some sort of peace in the afterlife. And it's going to yeah, we'll do another one. Last channel divinity. Yeah, use turn undead.
Oh my gosh, okay, even if they pass, that is enough. What does it look like as Alicia destroys the Banshee?
Alicia raises up their holy symbol to the Banshee's face. It begins to glow with a bright light, and then just like a I guess just like a sphere of radiant energy just erupts and just rips through the Banshee.
And the Banshee is turned to dust as the initiative order is left. And we can stop this spooky dooky music. The B team will start to mush the dogs closer to you all as they try to see how you all are doing. Watto rushes towards Lotus, and Nabarnaka runs towards his friend Akia, who is, kind of laying on the ground, still bouncing back and forth with his mirror image. As Nabarnaka gets closer, he says, "Akia, are you okay?"
Akia looks bad. They're not responding really. They're just kind of look like they're spasming a little bit.
Nabarnaka will say, "Akia, he's spasming. Alicia, there's something you can do."
Just for a brief moment, Alicia will close their eyes, say a short prayer for the Banshee, and then we'll turn and head over to Akia to start tending to him. Yeah, I have quite a few of these. I'm gonna use that. Turn that on. So, it's just gonna start healing.
Oh goodness.
Since you kind of took the brunt of that, so that's 6, that's 12, that's 18, 27.
I think Akia would just be trying to repair the damage done by the Banshee to Kumakyu, but their hands would be shaking real bad and it'd be a difficult time.
You get 46 hit points, friend.
Thank you.
And if anyone else needs some touch-ups, Gaiman, you can take 11. Lotus, you can take 7. And
All right.
Actually, that hit point max. You can take an extra 3 on top of that, Kia.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, so go ahead and drop the concentration on haste. So I guess the lethargy is going to start kicking in for Gaiman then.
For about 6 seconds, Gaiman feels more tired than he may have ever felt in his entire life, and then it's gone.
And I guess I would probably end rage as well. And what was that? 67 hit points. That was for Akia.
You got 11 out of that.
Okay.
The B team continues to move up closer to you all just to make sure you all are okay. And I will demonstrate that by having them actually move forward. Making sure the prisoners are held back.
So I would like to go through the Banshee's pockets, if that's a thing.
Absolutely. This Banshee seems that it could definitely be lootable and turned into things.
I know someone who likes things.
Mm-hmm. If you guys are all thinking, I would like to loot and harvest this creature and turn it into things.
Alicia is very much giving you a look like, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I could at least see she's got, loose change. I mean, what's she gonna do with it?
I guess that's fine. I just feel a little bit uneasy of taking the soul of a person and using it into something.
I won't. Just investigation for rifling through pockets.
For this creature, it would be more like she doesn't have any physical pockets, but you believe that the leftover ectoplasm and residual dust that the creature has turned into, and potentially the tatters of her dress could be turned into something. I would just need a monster research check on this creature just to make sure this is correct. Oh, that's a good monster research check by Alicia. Alicia, you know that
I said I wouldn't really go harvest it. Doesn't mean I don't want to know more about it.
Right. You know that the dust of a banshee can be collected and it can be used in a weaponized form, and you can blow it into someone's face. And if they fail a wisdom save, they will be frightened. You know that their clothing can be crafted into a bag of holding, and their very ectoplasm can be drank. And if you drink their ectoplasm, you can see into the ethereal plane for an hour. Pretty cool stuff.
Akia will thank Alicia for the healing, and we'll get up, holding Kumaku like a baby, and just starts distracting themselves by investigating the area. Like, oh, this sure is a nice area. Oh, what's this wheel over here? It's a very interesting wheel.
So does Alicia share with the group like what she discovered, like about the clothes and whatnot?
I
That's Banshee
think they'll probably withhold the information about the ectoplasm and the dust, but will definitely say that the clothes can be used to make a bag of holding.
Akia, come on. Alicia, come on. Look. Hold him. We need one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
If you allow me, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like Lotus will motion for wild followers here, and then just sort of mention offhandedly, it's like, I do remember here hearing stories back on my home of a Tabaxi sorcerer who carried around a magic bag of holding named Felix the Cat.
He says, "Oh, I don't remember hearing tales of a wizard from your planet named Felix. Quite interesting."
Yes, he called it his magical bag of tricks.
And as we both know, tricks aren't for kids.
Wow. You hate. I know you hate that sound, but you deserve it for that one, so it's fine.
As long as you don't like scream out when something happens, I'm okay.
Just a moment. I can help with that after I finish investigating this. This. And they're just sort of looking down in the ice at this carriage.
It seemed like it would be a process in order to separate the clothes from the rest of the remains, or can that just be easily done and the clothes can be moved to the side?
The clothes can be kind of pulled out easily enough. The only check that would need to be made is if you guys wanted to successfully recover the dust and the ectoplasm.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alicia's not going to mention anything about those.
Akia is going to start riskily casting detect magic as they just stare down into the ice carriage.
Alicia will just move the clothes off to the side, and then we'll kind of start working on a very shallow grave for the remains to put those in.
Danica will move closer to you, Alicia, and say, "Let me help you dig this grave for this poor soul."
She was trying to fuck it off us.
Yes. Creatures like this, after they have whatever has happened to them, to become a banshee, they lose themselves in, well, evil, in trying to pull others into their darkness.
They must have felt like they were abandoned, and thus turns that abandonment into rage. It's unfortunate. Hopefully, they'll at least find some sort of peace in the next world.
Maybe
Yes.
they really like these horses. Actually, these aren't horses, are they? Are they horses? I don't know enough
yes.
about horse anatomy. They look like horse skeletons, I guess.
Yeah, there are dead horses essentially frozen under the water here. Carriage broken apart underneath the frozen water.
Probably sad about these horses. I bet that was her favorite.
Well, she didn't want to have a conversation, so unfortunately, we may never know. But yes, Akia, these clothes can be worked on to create a bag of holding, I believe. If you need another project to work on.
Sure, that's very. I'm sure that would be very educational project. As Akia is still just over here.
Watto will approach the group and ask, should we take a quick respite before we all set back out?
I think so. I think this may be safe enough.
Yes, I could use a little rest. You see her shakily reaching towards her cigarette pack.
And the B teamers will start pulling up the sleds and, of course, the prisoners into the lights.
I'd like to investigate this carriage wreck.
You find a carriage wreck that's frozen underwater. Any remnants of civilization and reason have been lost to time. I know that you haven't made a check yet, but that's what you find.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna punch the ice a little bit.
Everyone looks concerned, or the B team looks concerned at Akia as he starts punching the ice. Especially Knocker.
It's fine, just part of the investigation.
Does my passive insight believe that? Or do I have to roll an active check for that, Akia?
I mean, you can take that however you want, really.
Okay. Lex believes that Alicia believes that's some BS, but I'm gonna leave you. Let you work out some frustrations on the ice.
All right. Yeah, then I take a rest. Do some repairs.
Your DM was asking you all, do you all wish to take a short rest in this area?
I think so.
Yes, please.
If you need to take a short rest.
Looks defensible enough.
Absolutely. Well, if you guys wish to take a short rest, you can take a short rest. And then if you would like to continue to push on after your short rest towards the town of Tourmaline, make it happen. During the short rest, do the PCs have any conversations with one another or with the B team, or is this a kind of a somber affair after the battle with the Banshee?
I guess to sort of add a bit of levity and to sort of get her own mind off of everything a little bit while Lotus is taking her smoke break during the long rest, she'll actually start giving the rundown to the party, Watto, and anyone else who wants to listen about basically how baseball works.
Watto will be, of course, engrossed in the discussion because he loves to learn things about other worlds.
I will say Watto does strike me as being someone who would really be into like the stats side of baseball.
Mm-hmm. And you're saying that depending on the batter, because of their percentages of where they hit the ball more often, teams will create special fielding shifts for that specific player. That's interesting.
She'll nod, and then I think it's like here. It's like, and also to help explain everything, she will use like minor illusions. So like, yes, this is what the field looks like, and this is what a strike zone looks like. All that stuff.
It's interesting that you come from a world of such advanced technology, but somehow they still use the eyesights of very old men to detect a strike zone. Are they not worried about their eyesight affecting their ability to judge a ball moving so fast?
Well, that is something that has been in discussion, but there are times when, well, judgment is a thing that is sorry, check here. It is an issue, but machines aren't always perfect either. Like as humanoids, we tend to make mistakes, as do the things we make.
To try to draw him into the conversation, Akia, do you think that you could build a machine that could detect the strike zone?
Oh, maybe.
Everyone the B team looks flabbergasted at that. Because they would expect, Akia to be so, sure of themselves when it comes to mechanical performance.
Hey, Orf, could you clear chat? I think it keeps locking up my, Okay, thank you. Are these windfalls gone? It says an hour.
The windfalls, your 5-foot speed?
Yeah.
It should be 24 hours.
Okay. I think Akia's just distracted.
Water trying to continue the conversation being had about baseball, to try to hopefully liven the spirits up, as Lotus was doing. Lotus, do you think that Gaiman would be a good batter? You talked about those that are only on the team to hit the ball, the designated hitter. Do you think our friend Gaiman here could fill that role?
I'd say, most definitely.
What do you think, Gaiman? Do you want to take a shot at hitting a baseball?
I suppose I could, although it seems like I don't know, man. I don't want to play goat ball, or is that you can get hurt and really on your stripes, Baseball seems a little passive.
Well,
But I could give it a
baseball,
whirl.
it isn't a contact sport, but I think it might be able to give something up. All right. So take a step back. All right, all right, not going to do anything fancy here, Gaiman. Just going to throw it right over the plate for you.
Okay. I don't think I have a club. I'll double check. Hold on. Iron poker, so I'll use that.
All right. And against that, I guess for me it's like here. I think probably for this I'll go ahead and let's see here. I'll go ahead and roll acrobatics to contest you here. So you see here, take stance, wind up, and pitch. right in the sweet spot for you.
And Gaiman, please describe how you clobber the ball that Lotus pitched to you.
I guess Gaiman, not taking this fully seriously, just sort of one-handed, kind of lazily whacks it with the iron poker, and just like it's a fucking swamp donkey, just out into the distance, out into the woods.
And Lotus will give out a little whistle like, "Ooh. And it's out of here, folks."
Anybody else? Do you see someone? Huh? Well,
Lotus will give a bit of chuckle. It's like, oh no, it's like you see the game's usually played in a large arena full of several people, and if you can't watch it at the arena, there's actually ways you could watch it at home, and they have commentators that say stuff like that when you hit the ball really good.
Akia, who are you walking over to with a wagon wheel to?
All right, Are we ready to go? Just over to the group. I've finished repairs. I'm sorry I was not of more use in that battle. I will try harder next time to remain conscious. And Akia will take a wagon wheel and just get in the sled.
I guess as Akia's walking away, I'll just sort of like group huddle with the others, and I'm like, guys, are we gonna need to? I don't know. I think we're gonna need to talk to Akia. I don't know. Something's wrong. I don't know what, but I don't know. I just feel it.
I mean, that's not very. I mean, what about it feels wrong?
Well, obviously, you've seen Ed show sort of emotion over her own face. You know, the frost stuff, that's part of it, but...
Asking the dude with the anger issues about his anger issues.
Well, I guess, but it's like, Akia's our, and she motions to the three of us, like, our friend, and I'm concerned about them, and I think, this is something we should talk to him about together.
I say, then, have concerns, we want to talk about it, we can talk about it. Otherwise, leave it. Let him know we'll support him, we're there for him. But, I mean, some people just, get angry, I'll get bigger, hurt people harder. He gets all frosty.
Well, it isn't just that. It's like, I don't know. They seem...
It's a mounting issue. I think,
Yeah.
from what I can tell, this has been growing ever since the statue was erected back in Brinshander. And it's only just been compounding bit by bit since then. The cave with the barbarians, the Charlotte Tower. It's been, the incident with the Zentarum. It's slowly been growing. I'm concerned. I don't know if Akia has a way of releasing stress like normal people do. Sorry, I guess the term would have been like normal humanoids. Not sure if
Akia walks back over. They've got the wagon wheel in their hand, and they say, "It turns out that sleds don't have wheels." And he will just throw it as hard as he can into their woods, and then walk back to the sled.
But I agree with Lotus. We should definitely find the time that we can speak with him about it.
Right. But for now, we should probably take our leave of this place.
You guys can take your leave and begin traveling away from this current position. It takes you guys about an hour to finish your travel from your current location to end up in the outskirts of the city of Tourmaline, or what used to be the city of Tourmaline. Let me take our player characters onto the map here. On your way, you guys would receive some information about Tourmaline from your resident nerd, Watto. Tourmaline, before it was mostly destroyed, was described as the most picturesque town in Icewind Dale, spreading out from the shore of Mare Dualden and bordered on the north and the west by tall pine trees. The buildings incorporated carvings of wizards, homunculi, tigers, and smiling Jinn. In addition to the fishers, shipbuilders, and scrimshanders that worked in Tourmaline, Tourmaline was home to miners who harvested gemstones from a cavern complex set in a low hill north and east of the settlement. Watto would also share that their efforts were often hampered by creatures from the Underdark that occasionally found their way up to the mine.
We should make sure that the area is clear of dangerous creatures. Maybe people will start repopulating the area. Also, if we can find any diamonds or other precious gems, or adamantine or mithril ingots, that would be of great use.
When you begin to make your way towards the outskirts of town, you do see the heraldry of Tourmaline, an open-mouth-headed fish at the bottom of a sky-blue field, its jaws parted as it swallows a large rose-red oval. The oval, of course, is of Tourmaline.
I know this is the map, but I'm assuming there's not really as much of these buildings that are still standing, right?
Oh, correct. I guess I can just go in here.
So I'm curious
Yes,
if there is anyone who's actually come back to Tourmaline.
So, haven't visiting Tourmaline quite yet after the Chartling Dragon destroyed it. Here's what you guys see as you kind of make your way back into town. No building has been unharmed here. You see that all of the major landmarks in the city have been destroyed, and you see only a small number of people here. You can remember speaking to people from Tourmaline in Bridgeshander that about half of their population made it back to the city. So about 200 people left Tourmaline for Bridgeshander during the Shadowy Dragon attacks.
That's horrible.
Yes, including the famous throughout the Dale, the incomparable watering hole, the Blue Clam, lies in ruins. So now that you all are in town, what is the plan of the party as you guys are kind of making your way through the city?
I mean, does it look like there's anything that's left of the town hall? Because Alicia would like to at least go there to see if there's anyone that could direct them to the mines, since we're trying to look for diamonds and stuff like that.
I have been through this area before I joined up with the rest of the group.
Oh.
The mine is to the northeast of town. I could go to town hall and use my compass, but each time I checked, it would use one of the charges. I'm not sure if it would be smarter to check the town or check the mine.
Well, I wanted to go to the town hall to see if there is any authority figure that is still here, just so they know that we're here in town and that we're looking for additional supplies.
I love jazz.
Yes. Although I suppose if we were going to find any ingots, it would have to be in some rubble somewhere. But gems could be in the gem mines.
As you're making your way through town, you do hear some, well, it sounds like racket coming from the town hall. Would you all like to go to discover the racket?
I would be interested.
You all see a boy wrapped in heavy winter clothes shouting at the small number of people that are kind of making their way through the city. And he's kind of yelling at the people as they walk by and trying basically to get anyone's attention as he's kind of shouting what sounds like the news of the day.
Alicia would definitely listen in.
As people are walking by, he says, "The gemstone mine is closed. The gemstone mine is closed." are monsters living in the mines. Monsters in the mines.
Lotus will step closer and say, "Monsters, huh? What kind of monsters are you talking about?"
He looks over. He bows. Finally, someone has stopped to speak with me. The town speaker, Boris Matthew. He's been telling me to stand up here and yell until, someone will stop to maybe get some information and potentially go investigate the mines. They've been, closed ever since monsters have moved in.
Has there been any and she puts on her metaphorical journalist hat, starts asking questions. All right. Has there been any corroborating accounts of any type of monsters? Like, what are we talking about? Like giant spiders, ghosts? What? Any details about any of that?
The young boy says, well, the speaker said shortly after the attack of the Charterland Dragon, as we tried to migrate people back in and get people back in the mines to continue their daily work, they saw small, draconic-looking humanoids that were quite sneaky, and they scared the miners out of the mines.
Lotus will wipe a hand over her face that a groan, like, ugh, kobolds.
We should head to the mine and clear it out.
Hold on a second. Have you ever had to fight a pack of kobolds before, Kia?
We should head to the mines and...
I'm not saying we don't go to the mines and address the issue. It's just I have had the misfortune of fighting a pack of kobolds in the arena. Those motherfuckers, devious or shits. Sneak up behind you and overwhelm you just from your sheer volume. I reckon maybe we need to beef up some supplies, see if we can't parlay with them, see if we can't figure things out by other means. I don't necessarily want to fight, especially, in tunnels.
Right. I'd imagine they're probably pretty well entrenched in there.
Child, you said
Should
the
we?
speaker was recruiting for people to try and clear out the mines?
That's correct. Well, back in the day, the speaker would spend all of his time at the old Blue Clam, but he looks over to the Blue Clam and you can see that it's still kind of a smoldering, I shouldn't say smoldering, but a destroyed building. Now he spends his time, what is left of the East Side Inn.
I think we should probably at least inform him that we seem interested in clearing out the mines.
Is that the name of the inn or the location of the inn?
It's known as the East Side Inn. That's the name, the little boy will say.
Are you thinking we should go
Probably
see
at least
about the
inform
recruitment?
them. Correct. We can at
If
least
they're
inform them that we're going to be looking into this matter.
if there are other people that have signed up, perhaps we could coordinate. And then
Yeah.
it would not be so easy for the kobolds to surround us and do the things that Gaiman said.
That is also true.
Also, I would imagine I can certainly speak their language. And she starts saying a couple things in Draconic.
I guess we head over to the east side.
I would say before we go to thank Darmo, I'll go ahead and toss him a gold coin.
Oh. Oh.
He can retire now.
He can, absolutely. He's like, hell yeah. Thank you, miss. You've brightened my day.
Indeed. Keep spreading the good word.
You just gave a small child a $100 bill.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately had my mind flash back to Animaniacs, the TV movie Wacko's Wish. What'd you wish for, Wacko? I wished for 2 hay pennies.
Good stuff.
That was so much money you just gave a child. There's gonna be like it's gonna disrupt the local
Local economy?
the local what's it called? What's like group of little kids in a town like this? The urchin economy.
It's true.
All right, we make our way to the east side.
This boy's now the king of the urchins.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be yeah.
What was the guy, the artful dodger from Oliver Twist? He's thinking to himself, now I'll be the artful dodger, and all the kiddos will have to respect me. And if they don't, well, we'll put them in Mare Dualden with, concrete shoes on.
We come back a week later and like all these kids have killed each other over a gold coin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just fucking Lord of the Flies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Speak! It's a gold coin!
All right, as you all make your way across town, your B team will stay outside the Blue Clam with your prisoners to make sure that they don't get away, because that's important. And you guys walk into the Blue Clam. Let me go ahead and drop you guys into the Blue Clam.
We're going to the east side.
Or, excuse me, the east side, not the Blue Clam. The Blue Clam is gone. You see that the east side, while still being functional as a inn, has taken severe damage from the radiant beams of the Chartland Dragon. You see that some of the walls are still very patchy, that the roof was partially destroyed. It seems that they don't have the skilled enough craftsmen here in Tourmaline to fix that building quite yet.
Before you, like 3 sentences ago, Akia's already over at one of the walls mending it.
Mm. So as you all walk in, you see a half-orc sitting at one of the tables. They look like this. You would recognize it as the speaker, Oris Mastiu.
I would say before approaching, Lotus will recognize the billiards table here, and just on a lark, she'll pick up the 8-ball and ask it, "Will we stop the long winter?" and then give it a shake.
Everyone in the bar basically turns to look at Lotus as she's shaking one of these billiards balls to be like, huh?
All of a sudden, she'll realize everyone's staring at her and just very slowly and awkwardly just set it back down on the table.
This is entertainment.
Y'all go ahead.
The speaker is sitting there. You see that he is sipping on a almost empty mug of ale. As you approach, he says, "You seem prepared for trouble. Are you here about the mine?"
Almost like you could read minds.
Oh, it's just that you three look battle-hardened and strong.
Well, I guess you can say that you're correct on both accounts. And Alicia will kind of motion, maybe sit.
The speaker will roll a d20 to see if he recognizes you guys. He definitely recognizes you. He goes, "Oh, wait. I recognize you all. You're the Thanes of 10 Towns. Formerly 10 Towns."
You rolled that 20. I was about to say, "Hi, we're the things of 10 Towns." But yes, we are. And will introduce themselves.
And this little thing on my head is Kumakyu.
Well, hello to you all. I'll let you know then. A group of kobolds crept into the mines a few days ago when we were trying to re-establish the mining practices after the Charterland Dragon attack. And when the miners from town went in, well, they were terrified of the little guys and they ran out. None of the people from 10 Towns were killed, but, the kobolds are just too dangerous for my miners to deal with.
Have they made any demands or tried to encroach upon the town any further?
They've done neither of those things. They're just there in the mine.
I am curious, Lotus says as she takes out a cigarette and lights it and takes a drag. Would you or the townsfolk potentially, and she does hold up her hand, potentially be interested in a mutually beneficial relationship with kobolds?
He says, if the kobolds are not here to harm anyone or can be positive influences on the town of Tourmaline, then of course they are welcome. But if they are, a violent crew, then we would not be able to welcome them here. Not after all we had to deal with the Duergar and the Charterland Dragon.
Of course. We're just considering a few options at the moment.
Well, I am all for any options that involve no one getting hurt and, well, the sparing of all life if possible.
It is nice to see a speaker who is of a practical mind of such matters.
In my life, I've had to deal with, and I don't shy away from it, discrimination for my heritage.
Take a puff from her cigarette and nod, knowing about that all too well herself.
I would not turn away those that just look different than me. But if they are wanting to, kill the people of Tourmaline and steal our town from any of us, then I can't allow that.
Lewis has asked all she's wanted to, so she'll open up the floor if you guys wanted to ask anything.
So write down some notes.
Oh, quick question. How long did it take us to travel from Goodmead to Tourmaline?
From Goodmead to Tourmaline, give me one moment, I will tell you that. So from Goodmead to Tourmaline, it was a 5-hour trip.
Thank you.
So what do you think? Do you think you can go to the mines and, well, talk to them?
Short answer, yes. I think we can at least try and figure out if there's a specific reason why they came to the mines. And if they are open for a working relationship with the town, aren't looking to, turn it into chaos and upheaval, we'd be willing to go down there. One of the reasons we did come to town, knowing that Tourmaline is quite big on gemstones and other precious minerals. Does the town have any diamonds?
The speaker will look to you and say, well, the mines themselves are quite fruitful, and you can find just about any gem if you look hard enough within the mine itself. So if you're needing diamonds, we do have a few spares.
Okay. The reason I ask is because it's a component used in quite a few clerical spell castings. And we seem to find ourselves in quite a few dangerous situations, so if we're able to at least find a few diamonds, that'd be very appreciated. But if we have to go down there, then I guess all the more better. 2 birds with 1 stone, they say. realize I did not intend for that to be a stone joke.
The speaker will look to you and say, currently, within the city's coffers, I know that we have 3 diamonds, and if I'm putting 2 and 2 together, they are for the spell components necessary for if someone falls in battle.
Correct.
I can offer those to you. I don't want to say a prepayment, but a payment to go after this test or this group of kobolds.
It is a rather generous offer on your part. I feel it's more than reasonable.
It is, though I feel like it may be a bit much for right now. How about 1 diamond now and the rest later upon completion? I feel bad taking all of them now.
Well, I can keep them until you all get back, if that would make you feel better.
The reason I said 1 now is because I have no idea what we're going to encounter in the mine, so hopefully we won't need it, but
maybe we'll need it.
Well, okay. And if you'll give me just a few minutes, I can go to the city's coffers and get the diamond for you.
thank you. Do you know if there is a map of the mines?
Besides, I'm sorry, I don't believe we have one available. Perhaps I could offer you a payment if you were to go in and do some cartography work, if you are skilled at such.
Guess that could also work. Unfortunately, I am not a cartographer, I am a calligrapher. Most useful skill on D&D.
I've heard some people call it the power of the gods. Someone says, because I believe that was our character. So the speaker is giving you guys your kind of your way forward here in the mines to start, knocking on the walls, see if anything pops out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess once we get that diamond, I'm good. Well, hold on. It's what? It's kind of evening-ish.
Yes, correct. It is about 6 p.m. And you guys know it'll be a 30-minute walk to get to the mine.
So I guess the question is, do we want to tackle this in the morning or now? Probably in the morning, right?
Right.
Clear out some
Yeah.
of the stuff that we have on us.
Yeah, and even Lewis say like, well, yes, and then if you need to, Alicia, that means that you could adjust your prepared spells for the situation.
Yes, I definitely need to do that in the morning. Especially now that we'll at least have a diamond on us, I can prepare Revivify this time around.
will say that fight with the Banshee certainly took quite a bit out of me.
I guess if possible, maybe we can ask anyone around town for a little bit more information on the mines. Get ourselves some intel before we head down there in the morning.
Yeah, see if we can get a general gist on how they feel about the kobolds and whatever else they might be up to.
You all see the speaker leave the bar to go get the diamond, and he'll be back in just a few minutes.
Well, if you want to talk to the kobolds, you could try that tonight. And then if it doesn't go well, try force tomorrow. Just don't go too far into the mine.
I've not really interacted with kobolds much. Demon, I guess any insight? Do you think we would be able to make any type of social headway with them if we went now?
With a shot. Well, I'm telling you, they're not feral children or like teenagers. Just like they're driven by instincts. Just one wrong move, and that can be the end of it. Have to be careful. Give it a shot.
Hey, Orf, is this one of those situations where we're going to try and reason with a bear, or is this something that actually has a chance of working?
So, you all know that kobolds are a humanoid race, and kobolds have intelligence. They have sapience. They're sentient beings. This is not, as you said, trying to argue with a bear, because, a bear, it's a wild animal. There'd be no way to really try to communicate with it, and you're just kind of playing odds, right? These are a race of people that you could potentially talk to.
Okay. Although I guess Alicia does still look hurt.
Yeah, life drain that hit me. Took a little bit of my HP. Other than that, I'm mostly okay.
Yeah, I guess it just how well do we think the social attempt would try going? Although if they invited us down into the cave and then things went bad, like oh, it's going really well, sure, we'll go 100 feet down into the cave with you, and then it goes bad and then we're fighting them while hurt, that'd be bad. So maybe we should just go ahead and rest.
From a social aspect, I think Lotus, Charisma Caster, definitely has the highest chance of helping in that regard, but it's also dealing with unlucky, so everything they're doing is at disadvantage.
Right.
So probably want to clear that out.
I definitely think, and feel free to correct me if you feel I'm metagaming here, but it's like, is it metagaming for me to assume that kobolds can speak Draconic?
Not metagaming. You guys would know that kobolds are how they like to call themselves tiny dragons, descended from dragons. So you guys would know that kobolds typically speak Draconic.
And just hoping that the sort of like language comment now there might help a little bit. Not sure how much, but it's something.
Could I make a check on like a history check or something for things that would help us negotiate with kobolds?
Yes, you could do a check on that. And give me 1 second here. Give me a nature check on that, please.
My first good roll of the night.
Okay, so kobolds, they like almost in the same way that if you were to treat with a dragon, they like gifts. They like to be made to be felt important, and they also like, from what you understand, Akia, for people to kind of acquiesce to them. So if you go in and act kind of like high and mighty or try to dominate them, things could go poorly. They want you to, oh, great and powerful kobolds, we are but lowly humans from the surface. We've come to treat with you. You think that might be the necessary take that you might have to do?
After sharing that with the group, Akia would say, would everyone be okay acting like that?
Giving them respect?
That's not respect. That's fucking being obsequious.
Right. It is a bit more than just the regular respect that you would give another person. So I thought maybe should ask if everyone's okay with that before we go in. And what sort of argument would we make? That they work the mines and then share, or allow the people from the town to work the mines beside them? Or should we just wing it and see what they would want?
Let me feel them out.
Yeah, maybe better to see what it is they're looking for and if the town is able to provide that for them.
Maybe they themselves have simply been chased out of their homes by something else.
It's just a never-ending quest of you guys. Oh, well, we kobolds were chased out of our homes by some drow. Then you go to the drow. Oh, well, we were chased out of our homes by some illithid. Then you go to the illithid, and they're like, we were chased out of our homes by a purple worm. And it just continues to go up and up the CR scale.
It's until the center of the world. How deep can we go in the Underdark? Hopefully it doesn't just become a never-ending task. But we won't know until we get down there.
Okay. So we're gonna rest. Just in case things go poorly. Right?
I would like the rest, yes.
Okay. We are going to rest in town.
Great, you guys are going to take a long rest here in town to kind of sleep and gather your powers back.
I would say, before we go, it's like Lotus is just sort of like gently tapping on the piano here and then starts singing a rather familiar emotional song. It's like, Father of mine, tell me, what do you see when you look back at your wasted life and you don't see me?
As Lotus begins to sing her tune, the speaker returns, and he has a leather pouch to present to the party. He holds the pouch out to Alicia.
Alicia will take it and return a bow to him and thanks.
Yes, it is my pleasure. If we can find a peaceful resolution between us and these new kobolds.
All right. Is it the next morning?
Heroes, parties. Are there any things that you guys wish to do this evening in Tourmaline? Otherwise, we can montage transition to the next morning, the 17th of Oktar.
Just crafting.
I guess I would get together with Gaiman and Alicia and ask them, like, all right, so did you guys want to talk to Akia now, or are we still putting that off?
I mean, I guess there's no better time than present. Gaiman?
Sorry, Rowdy Beagle.
Very good.
What was that?
Lotus was
We were
asking.
discuss-
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we discussed the possibility of talking to Akia.
Try to get him on board.
Also try to see what's on his mind.
Akia's been doing some repairs to the walls of the tavern for a little bit, then found somewhere to rest, and looks like they're crafting some small tools.
What you got going on?
What was that?
What you got? What are you working on?
Oh. Some tools. If you remember the basilisks from the tower,
Yeah.
I'm turning some of their teeth into a new set of tools.
So, thinking about addressing this kobold issue here. You up for that?
Certainly.
Awesome. I mean, if it wasn't something that you felt, oh, geez, your expertise, I mean, that'd be all right, I suppose. I mean, you've been,
Are you...
you've been not like yourself normally. You've been fluctuate. Yeah, it's the best way I can put it. I just want to make sure that you're good to go.
Are you trying to suggest that I should stay behind?
No, that's not what I'm suggesting. We are a team. But I just want to make sure you're up for it. Main.
Is Gaiman breaking up real bad for anybody else?
Is it better if I drop the voice or?
Yeah, it seems to maybe be
Hold
messing
on.
with
Hold on.
mess with some other setting.
Is this any better? Sometimes just logging out and logging back in can make a difference. Any better or just the same?
Seems to have
Sounds
gotten better.
different.
All right. Thank you
Office
for letting me
gaming.
know. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
That's all right. Yep.
Yep.
All right, cool. No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't come with. It's just I want to make sure you're up for it. Because I mean, if you're not well, if you're not, peak gear, then
I feel fine. And as best you can tell, Akia is being honest.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like,
as
They're like, I feel fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's
Alright.
like as Gaiman was talking, Lewis would have just casually moved to sit next to you, Akia, and it's like, well, it's good that you feel fine, Akia, but I've noticed that physically there seems to be something going on with you. Admittedly, I don't know much about how your she trails off for a moment as she's trying to gather her thoughts, and then she says, I'm not familiar with how your organs work, but the frost on your face seems to be growing.
Oh, this is just an illusion. I can do this at will.
You can?
Yes.
Do you mind if I... And she starts to reach her hand towards your face, but then she stops herself when you get your permission first.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. And then she'll reach her hand towards the frost, and then just she'll put her index finger out and just gently touch it.
All right. I'm not sure, DM. Is it currently an illusion, or is it currently actual frost?
Let's do this. Roll me a D20. Odds, real frost. Evens, illusion.
It's an illusion.
Yeah, I guess it's like, she touches it and she just feels the metal there. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's a little warm.
all right.
I've noticed that Rime pattern seems to be linked to whatever your emotional state is. In times of frustration or stress, it seems to grow. The pattern itself seems to expand and grow larger.
Maybe the stress that you're under causes it to look different to you. It's just the one pattern. It doesn't. I don't have multiple programs programmed. See, and Akia will turn it off and turn it back on, and it's just the one pattern across their face.
All right. No, I'm done dancing around it. Look, mate, you about ready to murk those two sometime in their cells. That is not you. That's the kind of shit I thought. And at the time, I thought it was, I don't know, some kind of response, but it seems to be a culmination of things. It's as time goes by, we deal with more of the Church of Auril stuff. There's a time thing late. It seems to be getting worse.
Okay.
You happen to feel like you've noticed any changes in your behavior? Any differences in patterns day to day?
These are unusual times. The activities that I've been part of since becoming part of this group are very different from the activities that I had previously. I suppose they could be affecting me in some way that I'm unaware of. I think I'm fine.
Just if you do feel any sort of strong feelings that you're not sure what to deal with, just you can come to any of us, and we're more than happy to help you.
I have had an unusual feeling, a desire to head north that is unusual.
North, anywhere in particular, or just generally northward?
I know that before recent times, I've wanted to travel south into warmer areas and maybe see what summer is like, and I know that I haven't had that desire in a while, and it seems to be replaced with a desire to head north. And that is the only thing that I've noticed that's really changed in what I've wanted or feelings that I've had.
Seems
that
like...
doesn't... There's changes that don't seem to have obvious causes like the Church of Auril chanting at me, those sort of things that I can explain. This is the only one I've noticed doesn't have an explanation.
Interesting.
Or if we would have access to our map, if we were to look at it, is there any landmarks, settlements to the north of Icewind Dale that would kind of stick out in our minds, or do we feel like that would require like a check of some sort?
So mechanically, or in the story, let's say that your friend, your group patron, Danica, actually pulls out a map for you guys. Let's actually put her on the map, because this might help drive the narrative and be kind of fun. So Danica, bloop, she comes in from the cold, from guard duty, as there's like a rotation of the NPCs as they're watching the prisoners and listening to the conversation. She pulls out the 10 Towns map. And as you guys look at kind of northward from your current location, you would see that it takes you into the sea of moving ice.
Okay. Since Alicia's been researching that for quite some time, it would be pretty apparent that Grimskull's in that area.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. We do know that Grimskull is in that direction. Could it be like there's some sort of innate pull from it that's happening to Akia?
Akia shrugs.
If that feeling changes or gets stronger, would you let us know?
Certainly. Oh,
Was this Reese? Oh, go ahead.
I guess I have also noticed that the sled dogs tend to get sleepy when they're around me.
I've noticed that
And
as
the
well.
bees.
That's a bit weird.
The bees avoided me a bit when I was back in Goodmead. That was unusual.
Well, it hasn't become a problem, so...
What were you about to say?
Oh no, I was asking if that that feeling of the pool, if that was recent or
Fairly recent.
Fairly recent. Do you ever speak to Akia number 11 about this? Or did they ever say that they were having a similar thing happening?
No. We have not discussed it.
Unfortunately, he's not here with us. Well, we will be regrouping with them after dealing with Revel's End. Maybe we can ask him about it then. But yes, if that feeling changes or gets stronger, please just let us know.
All right.
And as for the animals thing, it's odd. It hasn't been a problem. So, do you feel like it should be dealt with, or can we leave that one on the back burner?
I wouldn't say that it's bothering me. It feels like a good thing.
Okay.
It would be a good thing to go north.
Ah. Okay. Well, we can explore that as we search.
Like it would be a good thing for a drug user to get some drugs.
Ooh, is it too soon for that? I guess we
Listen,
can
just keep me in fights, okay? That I'll be able to resist the temptation for Hagris.
That's her cold turkey. It's just fighting things.
That's my secret. I'm always fighting. Kobolds, my addiction, everything. I just fight constantly.
Well, I guess we can just keep a monitor of it and see if there's any changes that occur.
Lotus, if you said that you came and sat down next to Akia,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to roll like an insider perception, you could.
All right. Eh, 13.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
I guess it's, that whole thing being the way you're constructed, you don't really have traditional facial features, so that makes it hard for her to read you.
It. I mean, maybe you would notice that it does feel like the air feels a little bit colder around Akia.
True, but I guess being resistant to cold, she probably wouldn't feel it too
Yeah, so it's kind of
noticeably.
hard to say with a 13 when you're cold resistant.
All right, but I guess here, but having had this talk, Lotus will give a bit of soft smile and say, "All right, but just remember, if you want to talk about anything at all, we're here for you."
Okay. Akia looks just genuinely confused. Like, oh, okay.
Danica being the not as subtle. Akia, your behavior is very different than what it was before we went to that cavern. Did you pick something up in that cavern? The dogs acted very weird after you came out of the cavern, and did something happen in there? I mean, usually the dogs were all over you, licking and playing with you, and now they take snoozies.
Oh yeah, got this. Akia will just take out the statue and put it on the table.
No. She says.
And you'll see this small totem. It's got an aura. It's got an actual aura of frost coming off of it. Like the table starts frosting around the statue.
Oh dear.
Akia, next time if we're asking, do you feel different or is anything different? He was a fucking weird ass statue.
Well, I've picked up a lot of weird things. This
To
is
be
just the one that I picked up in the cave.
Lotus
to be
will-
fair, he has.
Lotus will sigh a bit and just say, like,
I also got a health potion there, but I already drank it.
I guess, well, it seems like through our adventures here, throughout the Dale, it seems like all of us have been cursed at some point.
The fact that it's happened so often is a bit concerning, but putting that aside, Alicia will look at this totem and try and make some heads or tails of it. AKA, I know this is a futile question, but does Alicia get any hinky feelings from this statue? AKA, is it cursed?
As you stare at the statue, you could give me a religion check.
Religion. Oh God. It's
Gaiman,
statue.
you should try holding it. It's kind of vibrates a little bit. It feels nice.
I don't exactly have a good track record with grabbing shit. You remember that time when Alicia and I went all aspirations of regional conquest? Yeah, that was Shardland.
Oh.
I don't want to just be grabbing this. Thank you very much.
I did not realize that was the Shardlin that did that to you.
It most definitely was the shard.
As you guys stare upon the statue, you see that it is shaped like this. Alicia, you can see from kind of its makeup and how it looks that this appears to be some sort of totem that has iconography of giant origin. And Gaiman, as you stare upon it, you would recognize that this is a frost giant totem to a member of their pantheon. Which one you would have to make a religion check to kind of confirm on which frost giant deity this is, but it definitely gives you guys the heebie-jeebies as you look upon it.
Akia will pick up the totem, look at it, and say, this is the totem that I can use to make myself strong for a little while. And Akia will say that in Giant.
Right. That was also another change. You speak in giant more often. I don't know if that's something that you've always been able to do, or if that was something that was recent.
Well, we got stuck speaking only giant. We thought it was speaking common. That was when, shortly after we were dealing with Zentarum. Certainly seems like a symptom. But I mean, ultimately, if we think this is it, and if we can mitigate things for now, surely we can take on a pack of kobolds. Especially if we're going to go about it with trying to appeal to their, stomachs first.
Yeah, I mean, besides, can't we just say, like, hey, we offer them food, so hey, don't we have, like, the right of guest privilege? Isn't that how that works?
I've only fought them in the pits. I haven't actually had to deal with them out in the wild.
Oh, no,
I'm making
I
this
mean-
up as I go along.
No, I mean, and once again, this is like Lotus sort of like mixing up what she's read about the local culture and what she remembers of, like, the history of her own world. No, isn't the idea is like, if you offer food to someone else and they take you in as a guest, like, isn't it like bad form to just up and start attacking them or something like that?
Kobolds worship dragons. And sometimes dragons can be right bastards, so it depends.
I do think
Lotus,
I
you can
understand what
bring
you're
in a nature check to see if kobolds live by the acts of guest friendship and the right of reciprocity.
All right. Not too bad. 15.
With a 15, you believe that kobolds, it would be very iffy on if they attribute themselves to such worldviews, as they are not fey creatures, nor are they creatures of some type of antiquity. They are more chaotic and attribute to themselves to the chromatic dragon type of ideals.
All right, and I'll just I'll think it over for a moment, and then I'll pass that information on to the rest of the party.
All right. Well, if everyone's ready to go.
mostly ready. Let's see. Do we think we'll need any type of communication stuff? Because I'll drop tongues and a couple other spells for some other stuff. I did pick up Revivify.
If you think it might help, like I said, I do know Draconic.
Mm-hmm. It was mostly just to supplement you if you need someone else to help talk as well.
Yeah, if you want to help with that, I am all in favor of that.
Let's see. Do we think we'll need to tell the truth? Probably not. I mean, the kobolds are sometimes liars.
See, are y'all gonna decurse Akia?
I was considering it. That's why Alicia was like, well, whatever this thing is, it doesn't seem to have been making anything harmful at the moment. So, I mean, I still do have remove curse prepared. But yeah, if this thing was being detrimental, then I definitely would have offered to cast it on you to remove the curse. But I'm gonna hold on to that spell until further notice. Yeah, I guess this is another. If we're looking at this to be social with the kobolds, I guess the only thing I'm really kind of putting in is.
No, I think it's a social if everyone's like, yeah, let's go in and be like, oh, mighty kobolds. And if we're not, it's probably going to be a fight.
Right.
Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. And then you just, have someone cast Prestidigitation, start the DMX, and then start whooping kobold ass.
Non-stop, pop, the stainless steel.
I mean, we can decide. I mean, we could just decide right now if we're going to be like, which one we want to do,
I'm willing to give diplomacy. Well, I think Alicia pretty much would always default to diplomacy.
I think the
Given a
general
choice.
consensus I'm getting is the idea is like diplomacy is plan A, but then we should be prepared for things
Plan B.
for things to end in a fight if it comes to that.
Yeah. Which in this case, I mean, I still have combat stuff. It's just not going to be as combat focused.
I put up a poll in case we wanted to use a poll.
Do you have X option? I also do have divination prepared. Which I guess I could ask if a specific goal, activity, or event within the next 7 days happens, what the outcome of that could be. You know, I may just hold on to that until we get to Revel's End.
All right.
All right. Looks like we're going to do some diplomatic mission. Should we bring some presents?
I have 34 days worth of rations on my character sheet.
Man.
We just offer them the beef jerky and the hardtack out of your rations.
What the fuck do they know? Food is food.
Oh no, I'm not complaining. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Thank you, such great and powerful humanoids that have come. You have offered us the things that we needed. Hardtack and jerky. We will
You
listen
have given
to
us
your
the
claims.
Slim Jims.
I just have Lotus disguised self. It's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did a poll with friends. I bring Slim Jims.
Should I?
And that's how swobolds are created.
You said they were like rabid children. Should I make them some toys?
Huh.
Oh, my metal friend. They will merely break them.
It depends on the
Unless
types of toys
You
you're
could
thinking
make
of.
a wiffle ball and bat. Those are practically indestructible.
Oh, see, we've had a wiffle ball bat now for almost 2 years, and it lives in the backyard. And that thing has survived 9 dogs attacking it, and my son using it to destroy planet Earth. It's indestructible. What did they make those out of?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then we will end tonight's session. I'll take us back to the start page with you all planning to go to the Kobold Mine and figuring out, hey, kobolds, what's going on?
I also still have 2 of Nimsy Huddle's magical cookies left over. I don't know if they're still good.
Oh, yes.
They're magical.
No,
They are magical.
No expiration date. Cool. Well, I'm excited to see what happens on our next session when you guys go down there with the kobolds as time continues to march forward as the ever what would you call it, ever encroaching timelines that are pushing you all forward are slowly coming to an end.
Sorry,
If you
I'm just
guys-
laughing.
Well, if you guys need me for anything, please at me in Discord, or if there's anything you guys ever want to talk about, just let me know. I'm always down to talk to you guys if you guys ever need anything. So we will plan to meet next week on the 17th. I hope you guys have a happy Mother's Day weekend if that's something that you're celebrating. And I will be active in the Discord.
Thanks for running the game.
My pleasure.
Good game.
Yes, and I was very excited you guys whooped that Banshee butt, because Banshees, they're a, they're a party killer. if they can catch everybody in their whale, and 3 or 4 people are unlucky, it's a bad time.
They definitely punch above their CR rating.
Mm-hmm. But you guys whooped that butt, so that was cool to see.
That was good.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thanks for running, and happy Mother's Day to anyone else who is watching. Catch you guys later.